Hi guys, it's Mohammed here. Um, Today we will talk about how to trade gold, the best strategy, what I've found so far in practice. So let me show you in play how to do that. Um, so just take you to the charts. Okay, so here we are. So open. Right. So this is the gold chart that played out today. What I will do is I will open another gold chart here so I can show you exactly what happened today with examples. So, so the strategy going to talk about today is called layering. There are different names for it. Different people, different traders use different names for it, but essentially it's the same thing, same concept. Um, so, for example, this is on 30 minutes chart now. So what you do is normally you divide your total lot size, so it doesn't matter if you want to whatever your uh, percentage that you want to risk, um, it stays the same. So, for example, it is 2%. I always use 2%. Now, you divide that 2%. Now, let's say, just for an example, just to keep the figure straight, that 2% of your lot size that brings down to when you calculate on the calculator, as we've spoken in the previous videos, how to use the calculator, the Forex calculator. So once you use that by putting in your stop loss and your current position and everything, uh, let's say that brings that gives you an entry for three lot, right? So if your 2% of your capital is three lots for that trade, you divide it further into three further equal parts. So that means you've got three one lots, right? So let's say we were this morning when we saw the price, it was at 1910. That's where we called in, I sent in the signal to buy the gold, right? Um, our first TP would have been 1916. But obviously so if you're and it's here 1910, so this is your point. Um, Let me just draw a line here. Right, so this is 1910. So this is our entry point. Okay. Now that was our entry point. Now we see we if we were following the same strategy as I always say, so you divide that into three further lots. So instead of putting your three lots from here towards to buy towards your TP, which would have been 1916, you only put one lot here, not three. So you've put one lot here. That means you've still got two lots left, right? Our SL for today for this entry it was 1900, right? So so the 1900 was here, and you've got so since you've only put one lot here, you still have margin for two more lots to put, which you can put anywhere. Now, what I normally do is my if my trade is working and it's going in the right direction, then I will take another entry at probably 1911 or 1912, right? That's where I would have taken another entry and then just keep on putting the entries. And obviously, um, I would have taken the profit. But especially in those cases when the market isn't working according to your bias, it's going against you. So what you do is, instead of just putting three lots here and let it hit all three to the, let it go to 1900, or then just start praying that okay, it doesn't, let's hope it doesn't go. So hope is never a good strategy, right? So first let's establish that first of all. So you put only one lot here. Now the second lot, let's say in this example, it started going down. For example, when we go here today, uh, when it did happen. So yes, so we took the entry right about here, and then we saw it going down, right? So that this is what we do. So we put another entry at somewhere around here. We would have put another entry at 1906 or 6.5, so somewhere here, or even 5, depending on how it's going, right? And then third entry, if it goes even further below, then we would have taken another entry from, let's say, from 1901 or 1902. So in this instant, it went down to about 1903. It never went below 1903. So the last point it moved to, it was 1903. So I never got a chance to put that trade from 1903, but I did take that, as you can see, those pictures I sent earlier in the group. I did take an entry from 1905, 1905.85, I think it was, because it moved very quickly, it moved down and then it came back up. So I did manage to get in from 1905.85, I think it was. So from there, when I take my entry, obviously, let's just delete that because this one never happened. So then I had two entries, one from here from 19010, and the second entry I took from 1905. Now, in this case, what you do is you take this entry from here, and obviously, if your TP is still 1916, you take the profit there. Or if even if it doesn't hit there, like for example, in this case today, it only went up to 1912 and 1913. So what you do is either you let them both run, and then you've got more profit than you anticipated in the first place, or when it gets to here to 1910, you close the 1910. So once you've closed the 1910, now you're back to, again, you're only playing with um, one lot instead of, you would have been playing with three lots in the first place. You're still playing with one lot, and you're making more profit than you would have made in the first place, because at this time you've taken an entry from 1905 rather than from 1906. So instead of where you would have taken 60 pips, this time you are taking um, 110 pips in one trade. So this is how you win. And obviously, even if it doesn't go to 1916, and if it only goes to let's say it only goes to 1910 or 1911, right? You close all those trades, you've still made 50, 60 pips, right? Whereas if you had put all the trades, all your 2%, which was three lots in this case, if you had put this at 1910, you had no other chance of re-entry other than sacrificing more of your capital, which is just not right, which is not a good strategy at all. So since we've decided that 2% is the maximum we are going to sacrifice for one trade, so let's just keep that 2%, but then divide that further into at least two, if not three more further steps. So normally I would do in three further steps, and then so you would have taken from 1905, and as soon as it would got to 1910, you close the 1910, because you don't know if it is going to go further or it may reverse back from here. So if it goes back further to 1910 or whatever, 1916, if it keeps going, it's good, very well. You're making more and more money. You can just bring your stop loss to further up, and then you can just keep catching in money. You can keep making money. or you can just close all the trades at 19 or 10, and instead of being on break even, you would have made 50 pips. So that's all for today, my brothers and sisters. So this is my strategy on gold. That's how you play gold. I know all the rest of the forex we do different strategies. We play with the different ideas, but with the gold, because it moves a lot and there's always a good chance that it can reverse on you. So instead of getting caught and getting played by gold, you play the gold, you play the market. So that's how you always end up on the top. So this is my advice to you guys, and hopefully I'll come back with another video with more stuff to share. Thanks for watching.